My name is Laura Lombardi, and I will be working with you over the next 6 to 8 weeks to achieve some personal goals that you may have. Most of what we say will remain confidential, however, I do have some limitations. I will have to report any suspicion of self harm or harm to others to the police. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Also, I have an educational channel on YouTube that I upload some videos to. So, with your consent, I would like to upload this video to YouTube so that others may learn.
Yep, that makes sense. You can do that.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else I can get you before we get started?
Nope, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Daniel. I'm almost 30 years old. I have my own apartment, and that is primarily why I'm here today, is to discuss issues around my apartment.
Okay, yeah, we can certainly do that. What issues might you have around your apartment?
So it's not so much around my apartment itself. I have memory issues, and I'm not seeming to remember to pay my rent on time.
Okay. What strategies have you used in the past to try to remember to pay your rent on time?
So because I can pay my rent online, I usually end up trying to remember the night before to pay it the night before. But I also have depression, so I don't get up as early in the morning. So that's why I try to do it the night before. But I've tried a couple of different strategies and they don't seem to work. I still don't remember.
Okay. Do you live in like affordable housing, or are you like living in an apartment that's more high end?
So I live in affordable housing. It's rent geared to income, and I have a landlord through Peterborough Housing.
Okay. And you've tried sticky notes and like notes on the table where you might eat breakfast to try and remember to pay your rent?
Yeah, I've tried all that, but like I said before, I don't usually get up in the morning, so I try to do things in the evening because I can't do it online.
Okay. That makes sense. So one of the things that I know many people do is there's an electronics reminder app in most phones now that you can put something in and it'll have like weekly reminders, monthly reminders to do certain tasks. So that might be something you could try.
Okay, I'm not very good with those, but I think with some teaching I could do that.
The Peterborough Library actually has like a little seminar thing that they promote every now and then around how to use your device, is what they say. So iPads, iPhones. I'm sure they have like other generic brand like tablets is the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
That they might be able to help you with.
Okay.
There's other places that do computer courses. And
Well,
such.
I'm not so much interested in the computer course. I have that part down pat, so.
Okay. Also, the have you reached out to friends or family to maybe give you a call around the time that maybe your rent is due?
So unfortunately, my family is in the States. My mom lives in Florida. My dad lives in Florida now. They're both retired, so there's a time difference, and there's just their busy schedule. My schedule doesn't necessarily match up with theirs. You know what I mean? And as for friends, most of my friends, they work, they have their own families, so they're not always around to assist me.
That makes sense. Now we can set you up with some resources to um, help you a little bit with your finances, and because you said that that's an area that you struggle with. And how long have you struggled with this?
With my rent specifically, this has been at least 6 months to a year.
Okay.
This is not the first time my landlord has actually said I'm going to be evicted.
Okay. Now you and I can talk to your landlord and see if we can come up with a temporary deal until you are able to be set up with a organization that might be able to help you organize like rent payment. Like your bank might be able to do like automatic deposit to the company if you said it's affordable housing that you live in, so I imagine they might have options like that.
Okay, I know because I'm on ODSP, I know ODSP also, I think they do something like that, and I just need support in going and chatting with them about it and getting that set up.
For sure. When we're done this session, I'll get you to write down your worker's name so that I can contact them and try to set up a meeting. And then I will let you know when the meeting is.
That sounds good.
Is there anything else that you're having trouble with financially that I should be made aware of?
No, main thing is the rent. That is the immediate issue.
Okay. And what's your plan if a landlord decides that you might be better suited to try somewhere else?
So I have thought about that a little bit. I have a friend that I can stay with for a while, but I would be seeking support in trying to find a new place on my own because my friend's house isn't suitable for the long term.
Okay, that makes sense. So some places that you might be able to go to are, I do believe they're called the Adult Protective Agency.
Okay.
Or Adult Protective Services, actually, I think is what they are called. Okay. I will look that up myself as that was part of my job. And I can also look up some other resources towards helping you work out a deal with your landlord and maybe ODSP if they need a little encouragement too.
Okay.
Is there anything else that's on your mind?
Well, like I said, the depression is something I struggle with. Also, at the same time, I do have that somewhat under control, but I do go through waves of it, and that's just, I guess, been really rough the last couple of months because, I've had some life stressors that have caused that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Plus the whole pandemic thing as well, right?
That makes sense, yeah.
You're not allowed to get out, and I know getting out is one real good way to manage depression, like get out and about and so what are some coping strategies you've tried with the limitations that have been put in place?
So what I've done is I've made it so I go out in the afternoon and I'll have a coffee and sit outside, or I'll sit by the window in my apartment.
Okay. And although they haven't said that socializing with people is completely banned, they've just said this social distancing is a good idea. Have you talked to people, maybe sat with people just maybe a little further away?
No, just because I also have a weak immune system, I'm choosing to stay as far away from everyone as I possibly can because I don't want to have any potential chance of catching this.
Of course, that would make perfect sense. I know a few people who have lower immune systems as well, and they're doing a lot similar strategies that you are.
Another thing I'm doing to pass the time is I'm coloring. I do enjoy coloring. I do enjoy playing video games with people online, and I do enjoy watching movies and stuff on Netflix.
Very good. What are some goals, or what are some things you think you can do in the next week or so to get the ball rolling for your rent situation?
So I think what I'm going to do is because I do know about ODSP, I'm also going to phone ODSP and I'm going to ask my worker because she's really good with working with me about a direct deposit situation.
Okay.
And maybe she'd be able to talk to my landlord. I'm not sure. I'm also going to look in the paper and online for other apartments that might be for rent in the area.
Okay, that's a good idea. And you want to get a good start on other apartments because you need an accessible apartment, do you not?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I was just confirming that, that's all. Some other things that I can do on my end is I will reach out to different agencies that help people financially, and I can also reach out to some people I know who have some properties that and that might be looking for tenants.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much, and I will see you next Thursday.
Okay. Now, one last thing to take note of is as forgetting is part of what my issue is. If we can keep the appointments on the same day at the same time of the week, that'd be really helpful. Also, if you could potentially give me a call the day before to remind me, that'd be really beneficial.
I can certainly do that. I know I have a crazy schedule myself, so sometimes a reminder is a good thing for me as well. So I will make a point of calling you to remind you of this appointment.
Okay, and is it possible to get you said to me, what am I going to do in regards to my rent? Could you email me the list of things that we may talk about that I'm supposed to do before my next appointment?
Yes, for sure.
That way I'm able to follow them and track them the best I can.
Yes, we'll exchange. I'll get you to write down your email for me when the session is done.
Okay, that sounds good. That's something that would be very beneficial for me because, again, the consistency would also be good, and that really limits my chances of forgetting.
Okay. And I just want to assure you that you are not the only one in this situation. And you are doing a really good job and very courageous, if you will, for coming forward to ask for help when you knew that you were in as deep of a trouble as I know there are some people out there who would let the pride get in the way.
It did for a very long time, and I'm very glad that I did come forward. It wasn't easy though.